here we go. I'm Mitchell Patrick, and we got Christian Berger over there manning the camera. We're going to talk about our Mechatronics project. So I'm going to talk about my part that I focused on a little more, then he'll talk about the part that he focused on a little bit more, and then we'll do a demonstration of it. So we created an accurate ball launcher. The main idea of this is that it will be able to rotate, sense a bucket, and then shoot a ping pong ball into the bucket. So the parts I focused on where I built this metal frame right here, I've got this stepper motor that acts as a gate in order to release the ping pong ball at the appropriate time. And then I have these two motors down here. They're DC motors, and we are going to control them with PWM. We have some H bridges down here, the red guys. We have different PWM outputs that we're going to do in order to control the speed of the motors. So yeah, that's the main part that I worked on. I'll have Christian talk about his.
Cool. Thank you, Mitch. So I was focusing on this ultrasonic sensor to sense the distance of the bucket, and then also the rotation of this top platform. So I'll explain the ultrasonic sensor a little bit. So what we do is you send a trigger signal to the ultrasonic sensor, and that sends out waves, and then the waves hit the object and they come back, and there's a timer that times how long that takes, and from that's how we're able to get the distance of the object. And then with the rotation, I used a DC motor as well, and it controlling it with PWM, and it was working with less weight, and then when we added the extra weight, the motor just wasn't quite strong enough. So if we had more time, we would add more gears or something to make it a little stronger, but now we will demonstrate it.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give a demonstration now. So I'm going to go ahead and plug our battery in, make sure the code's running. And so as we mentioned earlier, the motor for rotating it isn't quite strong enough with all of the extra weight. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands to rotate it. And this sensor right here will tell the motors when to start and how fast to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that demonstration now. Here we go. Didn't quite turn enough. I'm not quite as good as the motor would have been at getting the left and right accurately. There we go. So now let's go ahead and move this back a little bit. Let's see how it does back there. Alright, so here we go. So close. Yeah, as you can see, it gets pretty close. We haven't quite gotten it 100% accurate. There's a few things that are sometimes inconsistent. One thing we've noticed is as the battery gets lower, our values need to change a little bit. But overall, as far as the theory goes, we were able to get most of the pieces working. We just need a little bit of a stronger motor for turning it, and then maybe a more reliable batteries and things like that. But overall, we have made quite a few buckets. So yeah, I feel like the project worked out pretty good overall.